Welcome to The Redeemables. It's a podcast where we take movies that scored 50 or less on the Metacritic scale and we decide whether to redeem them or nail them to the cross. I'm your host, BJ, and I am joined by a man who once sold a decapitated budgie to a blind boy with zero conscience about it whatsoever. Kenny.
Yep. Pretty bird.
Yeah.
It was a cat, not a budgie.
Was
but
it?
Close.
Okay. Yeah. And a man who sometimes goes by the name Seabass.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
What did his hat say?
Wine, dine, and 69. Yeah.
Do you know what I've been
Classic
saying?
old
Kick
saying.
his ass, Seabass, for so long, and I couldn't remember what it's fucking from.
Yeah.
Then,
I have a
watching
short
this.
list coming up later on of terms from this film that have made the common vernacular. By the way, this film is Dumb and Dumber.
Hey guys, we're going on a national bikini tour, and we're looking for 2 oil boys who can grease us up before each competition.
You are in luck. There's a town about 3 miles that way. I'm sure you'll find a couple guys there.
Hello. First time I set eyes on Mary Swanson, I drove her to the airport. Sparks flew. Emotions ran high.
So where are you headed?
Aspen.
California.
She left us in the terminal and flew to Aspen and out of my life.
Hold that plane! I spent my life savings turning my van into a dog. There's not a single job in this town.
Yeah, unless you want to work 40 hours a week.
We gotta get out of this town! Yeah, and go where?
I'll tell you where. A place where the beer flows like wine.
You just want to go to Aspen and find that girl, and you need me to drive you there, right? Am I right?
Yeah,
Am I
so?
right? Am I
Yeah,
right, Lord?
so? We're really doing it though, aren't we, buddy?
Lloyd, what are you doing?
It feels like you're running at an incredible rate, Harry.
My car died and I'm late for a luncheon.
Saddle up, partner. Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Hey, guys. Oh, big gulps, huh? All right. Well, see you later.
Yes, it was.
Yep.
Not Dumb and Dumberer.
No, fucking...
We don't
hell
know. Yeah, let's get that off the bat straight away. We're not talking about the sequels tonight. We're not even going to mention them. They don't exist.
No.
Move on with our lives.
No.
Because there's 2, I think.
Until the...
The prequel I like.
is
that
that
with the
Dumb and Dumber
kids?
2?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a fuck. Get the
There's something
fuck
wrong
out
with
of
me,
this.
eh?
Yeah, there
so
really
bad.
is. Yeah.
Do you like the Home Alone, the new Home Alone as well?
Home Alone 3.
No, the newest one
What do you mean?
with the
newest
kid
one?
with the kid from like 2 years ago.
There's only 2 Home Alones, mate.
Well,
Isn't it canon?
if you like if you like the prequel to Dumb and Dumber, you'd probably like that pile of shit as well.
I think I seen this movie 30 years ago, and I seen the prequel about 20 years ago. And I remember going, "That was fun."
What about Son of the Mask? Do you like Son of the Mask?
Fuck you.
Well, yeah, you're
Fuck
the one,
you.
You're the one
Don't
fucking
even
saying
start.
Dumb
Don't
and
even
Dumber
start on
prequel.
me.
Guys,
Son of the Mask.
Guys, let's just relax.
Well,
okay, we're
I'll
off
take
to-
you
He
outside
started
and
it.
fuck you in the street.
We're off to a contentious start.
We're taking our shirts off and sitting in our jocks and going on the street.
I'll do it.
Okay. We'll film that. Just wait until I can set up the tripod for YouTube. Anyway, Dumb and Dumber was a film from 1994, rated PG-13. It has a Metacritic score of 41
Oh yeah.
and a user score of 83.
Oh,
Yeah, it does.
wow.
Yeah, it does. I can't tell you how many ratings it's on.
That's a monster score.
That's from a billion ratings. How about
double.
that?
I think that's just one below Shawshank Redemption.
It's right up there. Right.
I think it goes Shawshank Redemption, Dumb and Dumber, The Godfather 2.
Citizen
in
Kane.
terms of user reviews.
Citizen Kane.
Yes, sorry, Citizen Kane's
Look
in
for
there
my
as well.
review on Letterboxd of Citizen Kane. Just says not funny at all. It was directed by
Too old.
Peter Farrelly. Didn't get it.
Too old.
This was directed. Sorry, Dumb and Dumber, not Citizen Kane. Was directed by Peter and Bobby Farrelly, the Farrelly brothers.
Yes.
Yep.
When they were good.
Farrelly?
Farrelly.
Farrelly.
I've always said
Farrelly.
Farley. Am I wrong?
No, that's Chris Farley. It's the Farrelly brothers.
Farrelly. Okay,
Yeah.
Farrelly it is from now on.
Sorry to correct you.
No, it's fine. I've been getting it wrong for 30 years.
Used to it.
I'm very used to it. Thanks for not doing it in an email to my boss.
That's coming.
The writers were also Peter and Bobby Farrelly and a guy called Bennett Yellen.
Bennett Yellen.
Yeah,
Good name.
Yellen is a fucking cool surname.
That's a good name.
I just realised his name would be Ben Yellen.
Is it Farrelly Brothers?
It's going to be Farrelly from now on. It's Farrelly.
Farrelly.
Yeah, it's
Farrelly,
right.
yeah.
What did you
That's
say,
weird.
Farley?
Farley, yeah, just naturally Farley.
No, it's
the Farley
definitely
brothers.
Farrelly.
I'll switch up between the two and we'll keep everybody happy.
Well, that's what we normally do. Just change it constantly throughout the pod.
Hey, if you're coming in for pronunciation, you're in the wrong fucking
wrong
place.
place.
all
Until
right?
we get an email.
Pronunciation and math.
If you're here for expert analysis and well-thought, balanced criticism, you're also in the wrong fucking place. This movie stars Jim Carrey, Jeff Daniels, and Lauren Holly.
Jim Carrey.
That was the thing for a while.
You're going to fuck
People
me up.
tried to get that off the ground.
Carrey?
No, the Carrey.
Jim
They
Carrey.
were saying it's double R, so it's Jim Carrey, and I think this was like early 2000s.
Yeah.
And it was a thing. You had to start calling him Jim Carrey, and I'm like, I don't know about this.
What does
I'm
Jim
going to
think?
stick with Carrey.
Early 2000s when he was
Yeah, because it's double R. People went with the Carrey. No, it's Carrey.
Nah, it's
In those circumstances, I default to the person whose name it is, and he says Carey, right?
But sure, I've never heard him say his own name.
Jim Carrey says Jim Carey is what I hear him say. Okay. I got a wiki for you. It's a long one. I didn't edit it. Dumb and Dumber is a 1994 American buddy comedy film. It is the first installment of the Dumb and Dumber franchise. Fuck. Starring Jim Carrey.
They're calling it a franchise.
Yeah, I know, that really stung. Jeff Daniels. And it tells the story of Lloyd Christmas and Harry Dunn, two dumb but well-meaning friends from Providence, Rhode Island, who set out on a cross-country road trip to Aspen, Colorado, to return the briefcase full of money to its owner, thinking it was abandoned as a mistake, though it was actually left as a ransom.
Okay. That's good.
Comprehensive.
Yeah.
Literally nothing else happens in this movie except that.
A really fun plot for a comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect, some might say. I got taglines. I got 3.
Wow.
You guys can vote. How about that? Because I believe in democracy. What one doesn't have, the other is missing.
I don't understand.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, okay.
If they each had half a brain, together they would still have only half a brain. It's just really mean.
I'm not sure that makes sense anyway in terms of equations, but go on.
We're going to do the math. Well,
Does that mean they got a quarter of a brain each? And
But
they've
they
put it
said they had
together?
half a brain, though.
Then they got half a brain if they join.
Yeah, but it said they have half a brain each.
if they each had half a brain, too, right? It doesn't make
Skip
sense.
that one.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Last one. Let's hope it comes through for us. For these guys, every day is a no-brainer.
Yeah, the last one.
The last one's the best of a bad lot.
I
reckon.
think so, yeah. Fuck, they
great.
could have done something with that, couldn't they?
Yeah, they just
Okay.
iconic poster.
Dumb and Dumber.
Stop it. That's your final warning. That's it.
We're not talking about it.
Kind of cop a mute. You know how to mute him? You can just mute him.
Yeah,
for
I
a
can
bit.
mute him.
Yeah, no worries.
I think I'm going to mute myself because
I've been doing it for years.
this microphone just keeps on dropping.
Yeah,
Does
I've
it?
got the same thing
Yeah,
going
we've
on
got-
with my boom arm.
It's this studio we're in, guys. It's haunted.
Yeah.
It's got bad juju.
Someone
It's
killed
the old studio.
Someone killed a gypsy now.
It was you again, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. But just bury that one that you killed with your car. You
All right.
good? Are we good? All right. So, budget. Want to have a stab? 1994.
Oh, fuck all. Give me 28 mil.
Give me 35 mil.
Righto. 17.
Yeah.
Yep.
After this, Jim Carrey goes on tear. Was it just before this or after this?
This 1994
No.
is one of the all-time heaters.
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
Yeah.
This was in there with Ace Ventura and The Mask.
The Mask, yeah.
3 in 1 year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the
Same.
third one?
Second, I think.
Second, I think The Mask was
Mask
the
was the
third.
third, yeah.
Because he ended up making like 25 million a movie.
Yes, I got some fun facts.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Got some Jim Carrey.
Have we touched
Interesting
on
guy.
that before?
We did Ace Ventura 2, but it's the lost tapes.
Right. So maybe we did touch on it. But
I think that's why I was like, I'm a Jim Carrey guy. I know a lot of stats about it because I did.
we've covered it off, but it's in the lost tapes. The hidden
it's gone
tapes.
forever. No one will ever hear it. It's the perfect episode too.
We'll have a quiet month at some point.
Back to Dumb and Dumber. What do you reckon the GBO was? So it cost 17 million. Did it do well?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with 110 million.
Right.
Nah, I'm way off. I reckon 50.
247 million.
Ooh, eat it. Eat it, brother. Hungry.
247 million.
That's fucking huge.
Massive.
Yeah. I
That's
remember
big.
it. I didn't go to the cinema to watch it, I don't think.
I think I may have.
Is that because of how good Ace Ventura 1 was? Did that instantly have like cult status? This is
Big
the funniest
time.
movie
Yeah,
ever
man.
made.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I do. I went to the cinema to watch that in Bunbury. That's a commitment.
That's wild.
That's a fucking commitment. I was living in a caravan. I'm not even lying. I had to save up for 2 weeks to go to the cinema to watch Ace Ventura, but I knew nothing about it.
Fuck.
But me and my mates just got as high as humanly possible and had the fucking best time of our lives. I'd never heard of Jim Carrey.
Nah, neither did I. I remember it being life-changing. Yeah. I remember going, holy shit, you can do that? That's someone acting and doing that?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'm all in. Let's go. And then Dumb and Dumber comes out and you think, this may be the best artist of all time.
Yeah.
And the mask comes out and you're like, oh.
Well, he was.
Cameron Diaz.
I was about to say, Cameron Diaz changed my life. You got a kill count guess?
Oh, for Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah.
Fuck. Fuck.
This is comprehensive.
3?
Yeah. I can't think who they were, though. I'm trying to think if anyone died.
One human poisoned with chili.
Yeah.
Ah, he does die.
The bird?
One owl.
Yeah.
One parakeet. And one fantasy about killing someone's husband.
So technically one.
Yes,
other
technically
than
one
animal,
human.
The birds.
Yeah.
2 birds.
Yeah, poor guy. Just wanted a burger. When practical jokes go wrong. Duff's microphone. Speaking of going wrong, Duff's having a mare with his microphone, aren't you?
Fucking
Just hold it in your hands like an adult.
Don't make me do that rhyme again.
That's fucking weird.
It is weird.
It's been.
Now you're holding it and you put it into your mouth. Slower.
Critic reviews. Critic reviews. There wasn't that many because it was pre-internet, but I got a few for you. Michael Sago. I'm saying it like that. That's what I choose.
Michael Sago.
It's my truth. It's my truth. From the New Yorker. The screenplay for this deliberately over-the-top, under-the-bottom, farce about Carey's unwitting retrieval of some ransom money and his effort to return it to his dream gal in Aspen doesn't pass muster as a string of moronic skits studded with urine and fart jokes or as a lampoon of buddy movies 30.
Didn't get the jokes.
Didn't like it. Didn't like it.
I kind of agree with him, but he's wrong because they're all funny.
Yeah. I want to talk about the urine, fart, toilet humour reputation of this movie later on. So put a pin in that. Old mate Desson Thompson was working for the Washington Post back in the day. He's been there a long time. Desson Thompson. They can't get rid of that motherfucker.
Yeah, I feel like we've done reviews from him like 2010.
Yeah. He's everywhere.
Okay.
All at once. An uneven collection of bodily function jokes, facial gyrations, sexual jibes, and pedestrian slapstick. Dumb and Dumber appears to have been conceived by the leading lugheads of themselves.
Is there that many? 10. Is this what you mean you want to talk about it later? Is there actually that much toilet humour?
There's not.
There's one main one which is actually still pretty good.
Which is
like the shitting in the toilet.
Yeah, like that.
Which is hilarious.
And the pissing in bottles joke, which is also hilarious.
Yeah. But I can't think of... And then the one time on the moped... When they piss, I just do it now.
Just let it go.
They get warm or whatever. But like, it's not.
That was the best of the 3.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not like it's just a whole movie about toilet humor.
I'll say
it's barely a dick joke.
I was going to keep my powder dry, but fuck it. This movie has a reputation as being toilet humor, a slapstick movie, but it's a remarkably sharply written script.
Yeah.
It's full of clips.
I get the slapstick bit because there's a lot of physical comedy, but that's Jim Carrey. That's fucking Jim Carrey. Yeah. That's what you're signing on for.
Yeah. If you don't know what this movie is, when he falls off that fucking, when he's returning the suitcase and he falls off that thing.
The jetway. How was your day? On the floor. Not bad. Fell off the jetway again.
Fell off the jetway again?
Again.
It's like the little quibs that fucking make this movie.
There's so many
of
them.
I pissed myself at that bit again.
There's just... So I think... Yeah. Desson, you're wrong on that one. What about Rita Kempley from Washington Post? All they did was send people to movies. Nothing was happening in Washington in the 90s. Oliver North. Fucking look up Oliver North. Should have been there. Anyway, an abominable. She's fucking with me here and I'm not happy about it. An abominable
snowman.
Abdominable. So she's saying,
abdominal.
Yeah, like abdomen.
Abdominal.
I don't know what the abdomen has to do with it.
Okay.
But she's saying it's abdominal like the snowman and abdominal like your abdomen.
Okay.
It's already way too much and I regret all of it.
Yeah.
Aside from its tastelessness and dawdling pace, the movie's chief problem is the lackluster chemistry between Luxmore's, we don't even know what that means, Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels. 10.
Fucking
Jesus Christ.
Their chemistry is
unbelievable.
Dawdling pace. Come on. It's a tight 90.
It's a couple of hours. It did have...
It is too.
I felt like it did have... Maybe it's just because I've seen it 48 times. Yeah. But there was probably a half an hour section where I was like, this is slowing down a bit.
One block.
get back in, please.
Yeah.
And then I went back in. It was fine.
Okay.
Was that the section after the guy dies with chili?
Maybe, yeah.
I felt that as well, actually.
Yeah.
I picked up my phone and went on TikTok.
When they're on the road for a bit.
Yeah.
When they meet the girls. And
Yeah.
But in saying that, fucking still love
Still jokes.
Yeah. It wasn't terrible. I got one more. Peter Stack from the San Francisco Chronicle. This wacky buddy road film has a brilliant glow of intelligence behind the stupidness. It's easily the funniest movie of the year. 100.
Whoa! Perfect film.
I included it because Peter Stack thinks this is fucking Citizen Kane.
This is fucking 100. I go Predator 99.
100. I'm not
love
shitting it. Yeah.
I love it. I love that someone said that this is the perfect movie.
Yeah.
This is the peak of cinema.
Peter Stack, I want to fucking hang out with you, man.
Well, he can't because he doesn't have a job anymore. You're a critic, idiot.
He was like, he saw The Mask later that year and he's like, oh my God, how can I give this like 120? That was it. They're like, no credibility, Stacky, you're fired. So what do you guys think?
Oh, fuck, I was nervous. I was so nervous. I was actually a bit angry at you that you chose it.
Yeah, righto.
Because I don't like to revisit my old classics from the 90s comedies specifically. I'll obviously revisit.
Especially on this podcast, we've been burnt a few times.
Yeah, well, I just don't want to take away those memories I have with me in those films, like where we just had where I'd non-stop laugh and I'd recite every fucking line, I'd know every scene, and this is one of those. This is one of those 15 or 20 movies from that time period. So I was like, fuck, I intentionally haven't watched it for so long because I don't want to ruin it for myself. Just remember it for what it was. So I was very nervous going.
And now I'm very nervous.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
I just had a great time with it again. I'm probably not belly laughing like I was when I was 13 years old, but like fuck it. This is funny, man. This is still holds up. It's still good writing. Still plenty of jokes. Yeah.
It's the Farrelly Brothers in their peak, I think. And I haven't seen this movie. I reckon it's been 20 years since I watched this movie. And then when I watched it again, I was like, I'm right back here. I know every single thing that's about to happen. Yep. And that may be why I went on my phone, because I know exactly what's going to happen. Yep. I remember all the main jokes, but fucking reliving it, loved it. Yeah. Loved it again.
So my very first impression, as always, New Line logo, and then straight into the fucking movie. Straight into a joke. Yep. He pulls up at the bus stop. I was nervous through that scene because I was only mildly amused by it. I was like, this is okay.
It's probably the weakest joke of the movie.
Yeah, they opened with probably the weakest setup.
I think it is.
It wasn't terrible.
Do you think that because you're Australian?
Maybe.
Put another shrimp on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the old fucking adage.
It's just mildly funny, and I was a little bit nervous. Then I think we get, if I'm not mistaken, a Shaggy song.
Yeah.
Boom, laka, boom,
yeah, we do.
La, boom, ba.
Yeah.
And then we're off.
Yeah, we're off and racing.
And I'm like reminded of fucking how good at this shit Jim Carrey is for a start.
Man, he's fucking a genius.
And then like how overqualified and brilliant Jeff Daniels is for this.
Yeah.
And how everyone else just has to play it straight for the most part.
What a surprise turn from Jeff Daniels.
Got a bit on that too.
And then never really did it again.
Yes.
Well, obviously, we don't speak of the sequel, but he never really did another comedy, I don't think.
He's got a few. Yeah. The thing with Jeff Daniels is...
he's definitely funny in things, but I can't remember another... What's another comedy
he's up there with Dennis Quaid.
And Speed was a bit quibby.
Yeah, we'll go through...
Quippy?
We'll go through... You're thinking of Chief Quimby. We'll go through...
Speed, wasn't he?
He's the
Keanu Reeves' friend.
Yeah,
is he the chief or something?
No, he's Keanu Reeves' friend.
Yeah.
Like his partner.
Yeah.
That was Sandra Bullock.
No, she was a bus driver.
She became a bus driver under duress. We'll go into that in a bit more depth when I get to Jeff Daniels, because I've done a little bit of I've really considered this a 3-person cast.
Yeah.
So we're going relatively deep.
It's a 2-person cast.
Yeah. Lauren Holly's essential to it. That's the only thing.
She is, but she doesn't do anything.
No, there's
no jokes. There's no anything. She's just playing.
She literally just needs to be a board.
Just plays like a regular human.
Yeah. Well, almost too regular, I'd say. She's very vanilla in this film. She just gives nothing the whole movie.
You know? No.
Really? Yeah. I mean, she probably did exactly what she was asked to do, but it wasn't much.
Yeah. I thought she was okay.
Yeah.
She did well not pissing herself laughing every time they opened their mouths.
I thought the other girl was good. She was actually funny. The not the thug that's chasing him, but the other girl that's the FBI agent. Yeah. I thought she was good.
Yeah, man. She was good,
I forgot that little twist as well.
Yeah. Same. Yeah, that caught me by surprise.
Yeah, she did that well.
So Jim Carrey's funny. I actually like Jim Carrey.
Big statement.
Hot take.
You sure you want to stand by that?
Hot take. No, I'm coming in hot.
We'll put that as a soundbite for the pod.
Jim Carrey is
Jim Carrey.
1 billion views. Jim Carrey is funny.
I don't know if you guys are aware, but he's a little bit humorous. I find him funniest in this movie in the very brief times that he's being super overly earnest.
Yeah.
Like,
Give me an example.
When he's dropping her off at the airport the first time, and he's doing that whole, not after everything we've been through. And when she's walking away and he's like, stay strong. And he's just being super straight, like overly earnest.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about that, but the way he delivers that shit,
Yeah.
I actually like the best.
I think that's one of his trademarks, though, isn't it? Throughout his career.
It is, yeah. It's like, it's his version of playing straight, but then he turns it up so far that it's over the top.
Yeah, it's like ironic straight or something.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
it
know
never
what
fits fits the tone of what's going on.
I don't think
around
anyone
him.
else has really ever done that.
Not as
with
well.
any sort of success.
Not that I can think of,
Yeah.
And the idea being that it's like it's moving in the opposite direction to everybody else in the scene. Like they've got no idea what's happening because he's just in a fucking different plane.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like, what the fuck is with this guy?
I was thinking about it as I was watching it, and I was thinking about some of the jokes or whatever, or the bits that he does. He really goes for it, right? That's what he does. And I was thinking about if you're in the room, and obviously there's the cast, but then there's 27 crew around,
key group.
Like all that shit. And I'm like, fuck, are these people finding this funny? Like, is this funny? Because if it's out of context and whatnot, and you're just seeing this singular moment, I'm not sure it's that funny.
I think,
but I don't know. And I was just thinking about it the whole time. Like, are they realizing they're watching a fucking genius right now? Just do his thing, or are they just standing back going, Jesus Christ, this guy's really going for it.
He's really annoying.
I don't know whether this is funny or not. Like, did they know it was going to be funny before he started? Like, before he did Ace Ventura, did they know that what he was about to do was funny? Like, did they put Ace Ventura out and go, fuck, we're not sure, man. We found it pretty funny when we were shooting it.
No, that's...
I reckon they knew they were on
it.
He'd obviously done shit before that.
Yeah, he'd been...
But not like that. Not like
color.
carrying a 2-hour film where it's just him doing fucking slapstick, physical comedy, wacky faces, earnest, that sort of stuff. I don't know. I just find that curious.
It's just no one's ever seen it before, and it was a new type of comedy.
It's like Jerry Lee Lewis.
It's slapstick.
Jerry Lewis or
to
Jerry
the
Lee Lewis?
extreme.
Jerry Lewis, yeah.
Which was the one that fucked his cousin, which was the funny one.
Oh, no, the funny one also fucked his
He was
cousin.
great pull of fire.
And it's like the rubber face. It's the first time the rubber face appeared. It was in The Mask, but it was in Ace Ventura.
He did it.
Oh, it was definitely, it was in all of them.
And you can see in Lion Liar, the fucking crew is pissing themselves laughing in the outtakes. You can hear the whole fucking crew
but that's
laughing.
that's a way straighter film than,
I think they're all
fucking Dumb and Dumber or Ace Ventura.
The Farrelly Brothers are on 100 here, and I guarantee they're fucking pissing themselves laughing.
So maybe it's them. Maybe it's them going, here's the license. Just do
they're
you.
fucking nuts.
And he doesn't go as hard as this as what he went in Ace Ventura.
No,
in terms of the just outrageous shit.
No, the character didn't call for it.
No. He does. He has his moments.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, yeah. But the other thing is, like, the first take, it'd be fucking hilarious.
Yep.
By the 15th take, you might not be as amused.
But I feel like he's the genius that's doing it 15 different ways.
Yeah,
Probably.
and they just choose the best one.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're right.
Just like, let me give you this as an example, right? And I know we're talking about Dumb and Dumber, but it applies. Ace Ventura 1, and there's the scene where he's in the tutu and he's pretending
the greatest scene in comedy movie history.
And he goes like, now I'm going to do it in rewind. And he does it all. And it's like, if you're standing there as the crew watching that, you could be going, fuck, I don't know, man.
Oh, no, I'd be going, fucking A.
I'd be pissing myself laughing. I think that's fucking hilarious.
All right. That's why I was asking the question, because I was thinking about the whole movie.
If you're on the set of, like, fucking Goodfellas, you might think this is odd, but like because you know what you're getting into and you know
this is the first time they've seen anything like that.
This is slapstick, baby. Let's go nuts.
Do you know what I think would be more anxiety ridden for them would be the ones that are reading the script and seeing all the, not just the dialogue but the prompts, and going, oh fuck. So he walks in a tutu, before you've seen any of it. Ace walks in tutu, says this weird shit, pulls this weird face, does it in reverse. You'd be like, ugh.
Yeah.
But then,
okay, maybe that's what I mean. Then
when they hit roll and he does it, you'd be like,
holy shit,
we're on here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you'd be more worried in like Truman Show and shit. Can he play the straight guy?
Yes.
Can he?
It turns out he could
Tone it down and not rubber face it.
Yeah.
He can. Yeah.
We should do a Jim Carrey draft on the minisode. What do you reckon?
Okay, I'm in.
Yep. Draft.
Is there
he's got enough
draft.
So many drafters, 15 movies. Has he got enough?
Yes.
Yeah, he's got enough.
Yeah, he's got enough. I mean, look, it's going to be fun at the end.
Okay.
We're going to be fighting over Sonic the Hedgehog too.
I
know, it's on my list.
I'll start off the first one.
Yeah.
I'll have a look.
Another thing that I liked that's not Jim Carrey related, but I think it became the Farrelly Brothers' signature, is the music in this movie is integral to driving the tone.
It's a banger.
And,
it's a banger.
Everything about what they love is like a jaunty pop rock needle drop.
Yeah.
But they also do a couple of things that are interesting with like juxtaposition between the scene that you're watching and the music. Like there's Nick Cave's Red Right Hand at one point.
Yeah.
Quite a dark.
It's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
I don't notice music ever.
Yeah.
I noticed the fuck out of that one.
Yeah, because it stood out, didn't it? Like
Red Right Hand.
Yeah, it's a great tune.
I was like, Scream.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
it?
song
Yeah.
from Scream.
Yeah. It just made me want to shoot heroin. And the fucking crash test dummies.
Oh, yeah.
I noticed that one too.
Yeah. The needle drops. And then there was a whole bunch of songs that I went, oh, I think this is Everclear. Like 8 songs started. I went, oh, cool. These jaunty alternative rock chords sound a bit like Everclear, I guess. But like, I have no idea who it was after that.
They could have added a lot more music in because it is a road trip and it's weird for the radio not to have a sing along in the car. But then they do their own sing along.
Sing along, yeah.
Marking. Burn.
Yeah. And then he picks up the Mexicans and they're singing as well. It's perfect.
That was funny.
That guy is such a shithead. Like, be a bit more grateful. Eh? You can't just yell at the. You can't just yell at the guy, 2 guys that picked you up. Pisses me off every time I watch this movie. He's like, shut the hell up.
I don't know, man. I hitchhiked once and I was like, I shouted at the guy, you're gonna have to let me out.
Yeah, but you obey by the rule of the road.
Yeah, no. It was only 10 minutes into the drive. He said, oh, by the way, I'm the pastor of the Potting House Church. Would you like to talk about Jesus?
I'd like
and I was
to
like,
get out.
I'll walk up the hill, thanks.
I'd like to get out while the car's moving.
Yeah, I'm like,
Just jump.
I'd like to pull this steering wheel into a tree.
what was your funniest scene, do you think? I think the one that took me by surprise because I remembered the basic concept of it and I was a bit concerned going in that it was going to be not funny, but it turned out to be quite hilarious, was the pissing in the bottle scene.
Yeah,
It's a cracker. Harlan Williams just comes in and hits it out of the fucking park for 2 minutes. Yeah. He's re-entered into my life, Harlan Williams.
Has he?
What's he been
after
in
all these years?
recently?
No, he's on a podcast regularly that I listen to, and he's still just like
Alex
whacked
Jones?
out. No. And he's just a bizarre dude, and some of his shit misses completely.
Sorority
And
Boys is
like,
fucking
hard to watch.
legendary.
I can relate to that.
Yeah.
I should listen to that.
and some of his shit just hits so hard. He's a very obscure, or not obscure, abstract comedian.
Righto.
Yeah, bizarro is the word for it.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Because
he's
he was actually one of the last cut for the Jeff Daniels role.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because he's been a stand-up his whole life.
Yeah. There's a lot of consternation over the Jeff Daniels role, which I'll get to in fun facts and
you
etc.
So what was your funny scene? The piss in the bottles.
Yeah. As a set piece,
I fucking still make that. If I have anything remotely sour or tangy, I still do that. And I do it at work in front of like 18-year-olds that have no fucking idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I just go...
All right. What else has stuck with us from this movie? Probably the most common
Kick
one.
his ass, he
Yeah,
best.
that's huge for me. Yeah.
Even the way I like it a lot.
I like
People
it.
say it.
Yeah, I actually, for some reason, when he did that in this movie, I was like, oh, fuck, I thought that was
Same.
from Ace Ventura.
Same. I think
I forgot.
it's a thing.
You know what? I like it a lot. You like 100 people have said it, and hearing like how he said it, it's fucking hilarious. But it's been ruined by people saying I like it a lot.
People say they haven't seen the movie,
and then
I'm sure.
Jim Carrey does it. Completely different accent the way other people are doing it. Oh, that's perfect.
Do you know the other one that he does that other people have been doing for 30 years and he does it, pussy. Like just when he's baiting him. That, and also the one that I use pretty regularly is, do you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Yeah.
Like that one stuck with us as
I
well.
do this one often, at least once every couple of weeks. I do. And our pet's heads are falling off! I'll do it at work, like something just goes wrong. And our pet's heads are falling off!
Oh, that's it. I've had it with this dump. We got no food. We got no jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off.
That's my favorite part in the movie is
I think
Pretty Bird.
yeah.
Pretty Bird.
I think that section, like the setup to that, I really like the kind of, that he does.
He
that
was
speech
old.
and most of all, I'm sick of having nobody. And it actually gets quite like,
Dude.
oh man, I'm feeling this.
Yep.
And then it just goes straight into the, I sold you bird.
That honestly, but Carey gives us a little glimpse there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
That's actually like his Oscar reel right there. It's actually quite an effective little speech, and it really sets up the.
It is.
That sort of misdirect shit. They're really good at that.
The other oddly, it's just such a small bit, but fuck, I lose my mind at it. It's a dumb joke, and it's like the bit where they're about to go on the road trip, and they only have a small amount of money, and Jeff Daniels goes, just the essentials. This is the last of our dough. And then fucking 1 minute later, he walks out.
Cowboy hat.
He's got this giant fucking, like, Three Amigos hat
and
on.
19 fans.
Yeah, he's got like those weird, like, he's got like basically a carnival fucking toys, a bag full of them. And then he trusts the old lady with him and he comes back. So that's hilarious. And then the carry on is the old lady and he comes back out of the store. Little old lady! Little old lady! She's just gone.
Old people do have a purpose in society.
Yeah. So that's fucking that quick cut joke of it's our last bit of dough and then the carrying the bag.
I like the reaction for when he's traveling the wrong way. He goes across all these states in the completely wrong way, and he goes, "I'm sorry, you've never made a mistake."
Where are you going? Home. I'm walking home.
Oh, well, pardon me, Mr. Perfect. I guess I forgot that you never ever make a mistake.
That brings me to a question for you.
Yep.
Is Lloyd actually a real piece of shit?
Oh yeah, massive.
He is.
Massive.
He does some fucked up things.
I think he's
movie,
really
yeah.
selfish, like when he dobs on Jeff Daniels.
Oh, he's
He's
a
fucking.
Yeah. There's a scene. There was a scene, right? And I think this is the perfect time to bring it up. I've been sitting on this since we sat down.
Do it.
I think I watched a version that I've never seen before. And I don't know. Do you guys ever remember a scene from the original? There's a scene from the movie where they get the motel for the night and they're sitting in the spa.
Yeah.
And
This
they
place
start
is
talking.
nice.
Yeah, but have you seen the longer version of that scene where he says some incredibly aggressive homosexual stuff?
No.
Okay. So this is what happens. I had to fucking pause it and go, holy shit.
Where did you watch it?
Wait for this. He says, so they're sitting down together in a hot, I had to write it down because it's so fucking, it's pretty graphic. And they're in the hot tub together and they're talking about knockers. They're talking about knockers, like tits.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And he says about Harry, Lloyd says to Harry about his knockers. He goes, "Good thing you're not stacked, Harry. I'd be banging you right now." And wait for it. And he goes, "I'd show you what a real man can do."
What?
Wait. And then he says, "Split you down the middle like an old piece of firewood."
What the fuck?
Yeah. And then he goes, "You'd probably like it too, you big homo."
That's not in the movie.
It's in the fucking movie. I
You
watched
had
it
a
the other
fever
night.
dream.
I had to rewind it and I'm like, I was like, I spat my drink out
What did you watch it on?
illegally.
Oh, fuck.
So I just streamed it like an
Yeah.
illegal stream because
Yeah.
it wasn't on. I think it was on YouTube.
It was on Amazon.
That's I paid $2.99 for
$2.99 for
Oh,
Amazon.
okay. I think I found on YouTube it was like $8, and I was like, I'll stream it.
I want all the problematic shit.
So apologies to
Sounds
the
like you were
movie-
watching Dumb and Dumber.
Apologies to the movie industry. I don't regularly stream. I don't stream at all, really.
yeah, they missed out on 2 cents residual on
But
that. fucking
but
rental.
I hate doing it because I love film and all that. So anyway, I did this one and I was like, I'm watching an uncut, never seen before scene.
Was he circumcised?
And it was fucking, it was very good. That scene was cut because it shifted.
Oh.
It was so
Is it that graphic the way you fucking talk?
Yes,
or is it like,
that is
are they
work,
saying it in
man.
a fun voice?
Man.
It turned
No,
into
no, no.
Deliverance
He
for a minute.
he says it like this. He says it kind of
I'll
sneakily. He
split
goes,
you down
"No,
the
no,
middle.
No,
That's fucking raw.
No, this is how he says
That's
it.
fucking raw, Kennedy.
This is how he says it. He goes, "Yeah, I'd split you down the middle like an old piece of firewood."
You fucking.
That's how he says it.
You've got unedited.
Who says it to who?
Lloyd says it to Harry. And Harry the whole time is sitting there looking really nervously, just staring straight ahead.
Like an
And
actress in Harvey
Weinstein.
Kind of like,
no.
he's kind of like shivering almost. Like he's in
That's-
shock from it.
I am,
And
and
was
I'm shivering in shock.
I was like, that doesn't belong in this movie. It has there's no
You
context.
found the dark web, idiot.
Man,
It's
it was
just
so
fucking-
weird. It was so weird.
That's really
It happens.
It's
a
lowered
real
the
thing.
score for me for 10.
Okay.
I reckon you'd be able to find it on YouTube.
I'm
If
not
I
doing it.
can, I'll try and cut it in here.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah! Get her! This is the life
cold beer, a hot tub, and paper-thin walls. There's only one thing that can make this moment any better. What's that? If you had a nice set of knockers.
There's two things, Lloyd.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing you're not stacked, Harry, or I'd be banging you right now.
I'd show you what a real man can do.
Split you like an old piece of firewood. You'd probably like it, too, you big homo.
Shut up.
Don't tell me to shut up, woman.
I thought he was a bit of a piece of shit before I realised he was. So when he said he's got a rapist's wit,
that was
which
the line.
I thought was just a funny quip.
I thought it was a funny line.
But so even putting aside the overly sexually aggressive stuff,
split you like a piece of plywood.
the prison style banter, he rips off a fucking blind kid, right? Hilarious, but still not particularly ethical.
Yep.
He does the dine and dash on Seabass.
Seabass.
It's the smartest fucking thing that he comes up with in the whole movie, and it's devious as hell.
He does a couple of smart things in the movie, and it's like,
Yeah, but he's predisposed to being an asshole. That's his problem. He's like, he doesn't have any good ideas to help people. They're just to help himself. Like you said, he's selfish as fuck.
I like that.
Even the
Well, he drags Harry across the country looking for
like that guy laughing at them about the chili, and then they fucking load his chili up, something chronic.
Yeah, that's not a funny prank.
Ends up killing him.
Even if he didn't die, it's still not nice.
Yeah, but it's like, it's crazy.
Wearing the extra gloves. I didn't say you can have these ones. My hands are getting a bit sweaty.
That's really good.
There's like a lot. They're the ones I thought of. And of course the laxative.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, in fairness, Harry had probably asked for that.
Harry was going to make him get stood up again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So they were being jerks to each other there.
They were.
Yeah.
They were.
I hadn't remembered how contentious their relationship was and how much friction there was between them and how they.
We can see how many fights they have in the whole movie. It's like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And 2 or 3 big fights. So
yeah, we're cutting each other's grass.
Well, the movie is basically, they're fighting, they resolve it. They're fighting, they resolve it. That's kind
and
of
they resolve it in the stupidest way. Like he traded the car
totally redeemed yourself.
Totally redeemed yourself.
That's actually another one. Put that on the list.
There's a bunch of them.
That actual scene is actually so good because you see that fucking bike coming from a fucking mile away. It's literally a speck in the distance. And I noticed it straight away because I was waiting for that scene to happen. It was really good to watch that back. Totally redeem yourself. The bit at the end as well, it's just fucking, it annoys me so much where they go, wait, tons that way.
Oh, yeah.
2 guys are about to have the luckiest day.
Dude, I probably saw that for the first time when I was in my teens. And it was
so
probably
angry.
the most angry
Still
I've ever been. I was just, God damn it, Jim Carrey.
When are we going to catch our break?
And the weird thing about that is, I've got a note here that just says, they're both pretty horny.
Man.
Throughout the film, they're pretty brazenly horny.
Now it's a fucking new part because Ken wants to split some guys.
Firewood.
And then the bus full of bikini-clad ladies pops up, and these horny guys all of a sudden.
Nah.
Yeah, can't think of it. Can't think of a way into it. Who's dumb and who's dumber?
Harry's dumber, for sure, isn't he?
Jeff Daniels?
Yeah.
Dumb as hell.
Yeah,
he's
that's what
dumber.
I thought too.
Yeah.
Another random question: was this movie the inspiration for Step Brothers?
No.
You don't think there's? I just thought there was a lot of similarities.
There is some similarities.
Characters interact with each other.
That. Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Step Brothers is a masterpiece.
I just got a couple of other. It is. Yeah. Well, this is up there, perhaps. I've got a couple of other random things just before we go into cast and crew. You guys got anything?
Yeah, I had the. It gets me every time. It's just another funny scene, but it's when Harry's taking what's her name in the film? Mary, taking Mary out on the date in the snow, and he just gets really fucking aggressive.
Yes.
Like just fucking wrestles her. Like you forget.
Like Snowball.
He's just wrestling with his brother or whatever.
Snowball.
Just throws her to the fucking ground. Snowball to the face.
It's so raw.
aggressive. Yeah.
She's into it, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
I
like
just find that funny, man.
I thought that was cool.
I like the whole when they get the money and they go on that kind of shopping spree. I remember as a kid always fantasizing about that.
Yeah.
Like, that the shit that they do is what I would have done when I was 15 and got like $1 billion, whatever they get. What is it, $1 million? It's not even that much, I don't think. And
It's all accounted for.
It's like,
there
you go.
That one's a house.
There you go. And he gives it to Jeff Daniels. He just pockets it. There you go.
They buy the clothes and they buy the car and they buy the. It's just that's what you do. If you were dumb and you got $1 million, it's the first thing you do.
They literally bought a Lamborghini, and it's so funny when they open the fucking door and all the presents fall.
And they buy. They got their own presents gift wrapped.
They bought those awful suits, and then I did
Awful.
Yeah. I wore it to the Year 12 ball.
I was going to say, did any of you? Because there was always one guy at the Year 12 ball. Yeah,
pretty close. No, I painted my own.
Okay,
I had flames. Painted flames on mine. True
nice,
story,
man.
And then they're fighting with the canes on the way in through the. I found that shit funny. Just all that juvenile shit.
Yeah.
That
was very Step Brothers-y. Yeah.
Yes, and they do it for just long enough that it's kind of amusing.
Yeah,
and then and it just shows how
back to the
out of their
jokes.
They are.
Yeah.
Playing tag with someone who's 2 feet away is fucking awesome. Fucking and then it's like they do 3 urets and then they go something or other. And
no turnsies, no, but that bullshit. Yeah, actually, just random, crazy, stupid shit. I get mad anxiety when I'm watching a movie and someone's not watching the road enough. And when he's driving that fucking limo,
at the start,
the bit that he does where he's deliberately looking where it's the joke that he's looking over the back and he's just talking and she's like, watch the road. If someone's looking in their vision mirror all the time while they're talking to the person in the back and not watching the road, I'm fucking on the edge of my seat. I can't handle it.
How do you feel about people that watch live sporting events or YouTube while they're driving on their phone?
I'm not into it.
Because I do that. I've always got something playing while I'm driving.
This is another reason why you're what's wrong with
What
society.
do you mean?
I just have YouTube on my phone or whatever while I'm driving.
You're one of them.
That's fucking insane.
I'm usually just listening. But every now and then I glance across to see what
any other crimes you want to admit to while you're here?
I'm on one tonight.
You got an open container of alcohol in this car at the same time?
Sometimes.
Yeah, all the time.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah. You can't watch sport without a drink.
Well, I drive better as well if I've had a drink.
Of course.
I'm more relaxed.
They say that if you have an accident, it won't be as bad because you'll be drunk.
That's right.
Yeah. Leaving a bag in an airport as a plot device is probably obsolete.
Oh yeah,
can't do that anymore.
That's not staying there for as long as it did.
When he but it was funny the way he swooped on that bag. It was
Beautiful
very athletic, incredible. And the other trope that I enjoyed that I haven't seen for a while. Dudes just necking fistfuls of pills straight out of the bottle.
Oh man,
no water or anything,
and like it works straight away.
He's like,
Is that just an American thing? They're all chewable. All their shit's chewable.
No, I don't think so. I think it's a movie thing. Yeah,
it's like his problem's so bad he doesn't care how many pills he takes. He doesn't need water.
And pills give you instant relief. They don't need to digest or dissolve into the stomach and then into the bloodstream as soon as they hit your mouth.
Because even when he took the rat poison, he was like, "Oh, feeling better, thanks."
Yeah.
Then he died.
It's so funny when he's dead, and Jim Carrey checks his heart and goes, "Check, please." Those little quips.
Oh, well, they're trying to give him bloody resuscitated when he's fucking alive. He's just beating on his chest.
That'd be me. I haven't done a first aid course. Do you want to do cast and crew?
Go for it.
Yep. All right. The directors, Peter and Bobby Farrelly. Career metas of 45 and 47 respectively.
That's actually pretty good for them.
Makes sense.
Yep.
They've got some misses.
They have,
don't they?
They've
Shallow
done
how?
Very subjective as well.
They were a law of diminishing returns whilst they were working together. They actually, I've got a quote here that actually kind of, they talk about that a little bit or forebode it. They did 11 films together.
Yeah.
So, as I say, and I think...
It's more than what I thought.
Yeah, it's quite a lot. Yeah. They've done multiple films each.
I feel like, didn't they just do one a few years ago and it was really bad?
I'm not about together.
Did they do The Ringer with Johnny Knoxville?
I think
they
do.
Definitely in that wheelhouse.
They always do fucking weird, controversial shit.
Yeah, they did. They definitely lost their touch there a little bit in terms of that. And I think, to be honest, I think they're trying to redeem themselves a little bit for that.
With this culture, they're fucking good luck.
Well, one of the things that they've done more recently, which one is it? I get them confused very much. Bobby did the TV show Loudermilk.
With Ron Livingston or whatever his name is?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah, which I quite enjoyed.
Yeah, that was good. It was like kind of a depressed, drunk
music
kind of thing.
Real arsehole. He's in recovery. Is a real piece of shit.
That's it.
Not a bad show. And I don't know if you've made it to the end. I think they must have cancelled it after 2 seasons or 1 season. But they do this weird...
I don't think I did. No, I think I watched the first season.
At the end of that. Yeah, they did this thing at the end where they... Basically, I don't know how to put this. They do this sort of advocacy for disabled people in the last 2 episodes of it, or the last episode of it. And it's
What's it called? Louder Milk.
Louder Milk, yeah.
Never heard of
it's
it.
well done and it's well handled. And I remember thinking, this feels like an apology. And then I fucking checked who'd made it, and I was like, oh, the Farrelly Brothers feeling a bit guilty about some of their fucking...
Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay.
about the Shallow Hells and the Ringers and all these
Something
sort of
about
things.
Mary as well.
Something about Mary. It was like, it felt like a mea culpa to me. I was like, oh, there's something a bit on the nose about this, even though it was really well done. It was dedicated to a real life person as well.
Franken beans.
But they started out as writers for Seinfeld.
I'm just having a look now at Peter Farrelly's filmography, and there's some stinkers, and then there's a couple of very weird standouts.
Yes,
but yeah, he had like if you remember, Stuck on You.
Yep.
That was
fucking Matt Damon and
dreadful.
Greg Kinnear.
Do you remember The Perfect Catch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy, what's his name?
Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon
and Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
The Heartbreak Kid, the Ben Stiller one.
Garbage.
Yeah. These aren't good.
No, this was definitely
And
more
then,
of
would you
diminishing
believe
returns.
he did movie 43, which is one of our all-time hated movies.
So they've come back. He's recently
Hall
done...
Pass was all right, wasn't it?
Hall Pass is great.
Yeah,
all right.
that Owen Wilson one.
Yeah, I didn't know they did that, actually.
Yeah, so he's got some hits in there. Then, very weirdly,
They haven't been working together for a while, right? Green Book.
Green Book.
Yeah.
Won a fucking Oscar.
Yeah.
That won Best Picture.
Yeah, which has aged terribly. But yeah. So he did Green
I
Book.
liked that.
So what's happened since they've split off from directing as a duo, that's the
Right.
sort of shit that's going on. It's
Okay.
pretty... So one's done Green Book. One most recently did Ricky Stanicki.
Ricky Stanicki.
Ricky Stanicki
Yeah.
is fucking great.
Wasn't bad.
Has its moments.
I
Wasn't bad.
loved it.
Yeah.
For some fucking weird reason, I know it's shit. I know it's shit.
No, it had its
But
moments.
I
It was a reasonable comedy.
fucking
Dude.
really loved it.
It was a reasonable streaming, sitting at home on a Friday night, feel like a comedy movie.
100%.
Red wine.
Yeah,
Red
it was
wine.
100%.
reasonable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's just have a bit of fun. But also,
Good cast.
Loved it.
further proof of my narrative that I just invented a minute ago about them trying to redeem themselves for some of their problematic humour. Also, the movie he did before that one was Champions with Woody Harrelson and the disabled...
Oh, the
basketball
Down
team.
syndrome basketball team.
Yeah.
That was good.
It was good. It was
I
fine.
liked
It was
that.
fine.
It was
I quite
fine,
enjoyed it.
yeah.
So there's a bit of a theme in terms of like I've got a
Okay.
feeling these guys are trying to get some redemption.
Yeah.
It just seems
Yeah,
like
I guess. But
that's
they
the
should
wheelhouse they're
forgive
working.
themselves. Fucking hell, it's a different time.
Yeah.
And it's not like any of their shit was too bad.
No.
Like, it wasn't overly offensive.
Oh,
I don't think so.
not to
It's
me, but,
subjective.
When the fuck did we eat ice cream?
now it's offensive.
Yeah, you just made it offensive.
They did become known for toilet humor and slapstick
Yeah.
to their detriment, in my opinion.
Yeah.
which is
Well, that was Kingpin, wasn't it?
yeah, Kingpin is
That was
another
filth.
one. Yeah, which is
Kingpin is fucking rank.
it's on the
Yeah.
list.
Oh, it's so rank.
Is it? Oh, fuck.
It's almost unbearable. I've seen it once and I hated it with so much passion.
So what had undermined, though, the fact that they sort of started this race to the bottom with their own humour, I reckon, was the fact that they were really good at telling the stories of misfits and working class struggle, like the kind of like...
I felt like they were probably those guys.
I think they might have been,
Yeah.
yeah. And they loved the story of like a loser being redeemed. They loved a road trip. They loved...
Yeah.
There was stuff that they could have probably... They just sort of, I think, lent too far into the base level shit. When they've obviously got some chops.
Yeah, definitely got some chops.
They love to use classic pop folk rock songs in their soundtracks, and fuck, they loved a sports star cameo. I saw a list and I
Always.
forgot to write it down, but they love having.
that
a
right?
fucking-
I've never
yeah,
noticed it, but
They really do. So this was their directorial debut,
Okay.
right? Which they
Big hit.
and they openly acknowledged their lack of experience with the cast.
Yep.
I got quotes.
Oh, wow.
Maybe we were I don't know when this was from.
Yeah.
But this is what I was talking about, them being reflective of how they had it then. Maybe we were fresher then. Maybe we were doing something that we'd love to recapture now. We know a lot more about filmmaking now, but it was our naivety and our willingness to go for it that was the magic, and I don't know if we've ever beaten it.
Oh, shit.
So,
They probably haven't. When I was
so
just
Jeff
scrolling-
Daniels, Jim Carrey go wild.
Yeah, well, what they say here is we didn't really know what we were doing. We had to give a speech on the first day to the crew. We know the script and we know a lot about movie making. No, sorry. We know the script, but we don't know a lot about movie making.
Right.
If anyone is thinking, why are they doing that? Please come over and tell us.
That's pretty good.
Fucking self-awareness is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, that's great.
But they were also, Jeff Daniels is probably the veteran on set here.
Yeah, yeah. And there was nothing wrong with the filmmaking.
No.
It was just what it needed to be for that movie.
No.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going out there winning Oscars. You just got to tell the story.
Hey,
I guess.
that's right. It's just a comedy. Just put the camera on Jim and
I missed one of Peter's more recent projects worthy of mentioning as well as the greatest beer run ever.
Hated it.
Didn't like it?
Fuck, I
Was
just...
that with Zac Efron?
Efron,
Hated
yeah.
it.
I really
seen
look
it.
forward to it.
It's been on my list.
And I just hated it.
Really?
Yeah, don't watch it.
It's not good.
It's fucking terrible.
Righto.
I don't know how it was terrible, but it was.
It's weird.
You can tell it's terrible because it's like one of those streaming devices. All you hear about it is that. Because they really marketed the shit out of that movie.
Yeah,
it
but
comes out, then nothing.
It was a rare miss for Apple TV, that
just
one.
fucking nothing.
Apple TV do nothing but hits, but that one, yeah.
So just to clarify, because I have got them mixed up quite a bit, Bobby's the one who did Loudermilk and Champions, and Peter's the one who did Green Book, Greatest Beer Run Ever, and Ricky Stanicki.
Yes.
That Ricky movie with fucking John Cena.
I'm with you. Yep.
Jim Carrey.
Yes.
Made a 57 from 52 movies.
Yeah, it's not a lot of movies, is it?
I thought it would be more.
For a guy that's been around for 30 years now.
Yeah,
Is that
but
right?
he did
Yeah.
become much more discerning and weird.
Oh, for
a while
sure.
there,
Yeah, for sure.
I think Kick-Ass 2 really fucking kind of broke him.
You think?
Yeah, the studio lied to him about the gun violence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He doesn't like it.
That's right. I remember that
And they
whole
didn't.
thing.
You wouldn't even promote it.
Yeah.
I wasn't in that movie.
Yeah, he's
If
Canadian.
you ask him if you're in that movie, he's not.
Yeah.
He wasn't in it.
That's the Canadian. Canadians don't like it.
Yeah, right.
No, they're not into it.
Fucking Trudeau.
Justin. What was he done? So his highest is The Truman Show, of course, 90. His lowest is Dark Crimes from 2016, which I haven't seen, with 24 Duff. Familiar?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I don't mind it.
I thought it was good.
No, sorry. No, I like number 23. I don't like Dark Crimes.
Yeah, right.
Number 23 is great.
Number 23 is the one where he's got dark hair and shit, and he's
Yeah.
like a detective.
Yes.
I've also been confused with Ken.
No. Number
23
He's a
is everything.
schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Number 23 is
Dark Crimes is when he's the detective.
Yeah.
he's also a
He's got the
detective
beard and
in
Is he? I think he is. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
you're right.
But the answer to all his
But it's
questions
very
is
dark.
23. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's very dark.
This guy has the biggest list of award nominations on his Wikipedia I've ever seen.
A lot of MTV awards. Yeah.
Teen Choice Awards, Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards, People Choices Awards, MTV Awards. But he did win Golden Globes for both The Truman Show and Man on the Moon.
Doesn't shock me.
So
Can I get your thoughts on Man on the Moon?
never seen it.
Loved it.
Never seen it.
Loved
Cool.
it. And I loved everything about it, around it, the story around it. And I loved that doco that Netflix put out about it.
Yeah.
About him behind the scenes where he actually immersed
Yeah.
himself in the character.
Got a
so
little
deeply
carried
that
away.
He never snapped out of the character. He just lived in it for like 7 weeks or something.
It's like that fella that played
great-
Elvis. He had to get a speech
Butler.
coach to get rid of his
Stop
Elvis.
doing the accent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's fucking too deep in.
That's right.
That's bullshit.
Do you reckon?
I reckon.
It does seem pretty.
I reckon he made that up.
Well, I
It's the kind of
see.
shit I'd
I think
say.
he did it at the Oscars. Everyone laughed at him, and he went, "Oh no, it's not me. I can't snap out.
Yeah, I-
I'm in too deep. I'm a method actor. I'm
I'm going to marry my 13-year-old.
That makes me. That also makes me think of. Have you guys seen that Bike Riders movie? Sorry,
yet.
we're just having like a casual chat here. It's fucking a shitbox. I hated it.
Is it? I'm pretty keen.
Hated it.
It's not what I wanted it to be, but I still thought it was good.
Yeah.
Oh, was it though?
Oh,
Would you
I wanna-
ever watch it again?
Nah. But I don't think it's a rewatchable film.
I just didn't like it.
But Austin Butler in that is the coolest motherfucker on the
Isn't
planet,
he?
and that will ever live.
Yeah, righto.
It's unbelievable.
Cool
how
as Tom Hardy in that.
It's unbelievable how cool a human being can be.
Yeah,
if you want to
cool
see
as shit.
peak cool,
Yeah.
watch Bike Riders and watch Austin Butler when he's leaning on his motorcycle, chain smoking cigs, just staring at you.
Austin Butler's
And
the
it's
next thing. I tell
that's
you.
the coolest.
What if I don't
motherfucker in
find
the world.
smoking cool, Kenny?
You will when you see him do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be back
actually
into
took-
it.
I took
wanna-
up smoking again.
I wanted to smoke so bad.
Yeah. He's unbelievable.
Be down there asking for some Winnie Blues before you know what's going on.
That's why I don't watch mob movies anymore because they're all smoking.
Do you guys still sell packets of 20?
Can I buy a cigarette?
What were the ones with asbestos in them? Anyway. So
good ones.
Jim
All of them.
Carrey made Ace Ventura, Masked Dumb and Dumber all in the same year, as we said. I don't know that anyone's ever come in hotter than that.
Nope.
He's still cooking in 95.
The only we've spoken about this before, but the only one that comes close is the Nick Cage 2-year run of The Rock
Action.
on air and Face Off. Yeah.
Now,
Gone in 6 seconds.
I tried to narrow down just a few fun facts about Jim Carrey because he's a fucking strange and interesting individual, right? So just a few. He wrote letters to Tupac whilst Tupac was in prison
Yeah, fucking hell.
to help him laugh and smile. Tupac says that Jim Carrey was his favourite actor.
Oh.
It's just the weirdest of pen pals.
Yeah.
If you want to
I like
see
it.
how fucking how far Jim Carrey is, Comedians with Cars, Jim Carrey episode, fucking hell, man.
He's very funny, man.
Oh, he's just on.
I think he's back now. I think he went through a decade of darkness.
He had severe depression.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that shone through in his roles that he chose and just his public persona.
Yeah.
And then now it seems like he's
You know what brought
he
him
might
back?
be okay again.
Sonic brought him back.
Well, I think he came back and then said, "I want to do something fun.
Yeah.
Give me something." And his agent found him Sonic. That's how I would.
And he's doing the third one.
Perfect role for it.
Yeah.
As a child, he used to wear tap shoes to bed just in case his parents needed cheering up in the middle of the night.
Brilliant.
Great.
I'm not sure that that's true, but it's fucking brilliant.
It's hilarious. Yeah.
At one point, he and his family all worked as janitors and security guards at a factory, so no wonder they needed cheering up in the middle of the night. He was the first actor to reach the $20 million salary mark, which is something we've discussed a little bit. Yeah, The Cable Guy, 96.
Fuck.
And he's banned from ever visiting Russia because of his political stance. He's got, the political tab and the controversies and stuff on Wikipedia is, we don't need to go there. But
He went
got opinions.
full deep. He's very left wing, isn't he? He's very, or at least he's anti right wing.
He is
Anti-Trump, anti.
But he's been also anti-vax and stuff over time as well.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
So he's kind of got just strongly opinionated.
It's weird that he's not one of these binaries.
You could be both though.
Yeah.
You can be anti-Trump and anti-vax at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Like
respect
RFK. No, he's very pro. Anyway, let's not do this. Jeff Daniels. Anything else on Jim Carrey before we move to Jeff Daniels?
No, I'm happy with that.
We'll
Just
do a draft.
other than the fact that he's one of my all-time heroes, I will remember it to this day. I went to the Year 7 book club when I was in Year 7, and you had to do a parade.
Yeah.
And I went as Ace Ventura with a Hawaiian shirt over a wife beater, and I did the walk the whole way down the aisle and around. Yeah.
Didn't do the pink tutu, you pussy.
Pussy! No, just had a pair of jeans on or whatever. And I still remember doing it.
Freaked all the kids out because he was 19.
Yeah.
He did the hot tub scene, word for word.
Yeah.
Split you like a log. Jeff Daniels, he's got a Metacritic of 61 from 46 movies. His highest is Looper, 84. Did you know fucking Looper got 84?
Oh, yeah, I imagine so. It's fucking it's really
I'm
fucking
fine with
good.
that.
I'm surprised, but there we go. His lowest is something called Gods and Generals with 30.
I know of it. I don't think I've seen it.
He has 7 movies over 80.
Bang. Go. Hit me.
I don't have
Oh, you
it.
don't.
But I've got his trash.
I like his
He
trash.
loves a TV show as well.
Yes.
He does prestige TV.
Yes. Yeah, I like Newsroom. That's a controversial call.
You only have to watch one episode, though.
I just
Because
think
every single episode's exactly the same with
I
the
would
writing.
watch a supercut of just
Same as
Olivia Munn.
Yeah.
I'm just a big Olivia Munn fan.
And it's Aaron Sorkin, so every single character speaks exactly the same as well, which I've been over before.
Which
but
I
anyway.
I like it though. I'm a sucker for that shit. But we were talking about comedies before.
Yes.
So he was in My Favourite Martian not long after this.
I don't know it.
Which is trash.
Yeah.
Remake of a horrible TV show from back in the day. RV, which was the
I won't
knockoff.
hear a bad word said about RV.
Is that one of the
Robin
is that
Williams?
one of the National Lampoons?
No, it's Robin Williams.
It's a knockoff of basically, yeah. It's not the really, really bad. There's
I'm
a
thinking
much
of
worse
Vacation,
one.
maybe.
Vacation's
With Ed
okay. That's Ed
Helms
Helms,
or
yeah.
Yeah, are you thinking of Are We There Yet with Ice Cube?
No. No.
Don't speak too much. I might be doing it.
Oh, really? No.
RV is the one with Robin Williams, yeah?
Yes, I believe
Yeah,
so, yep.
yeah, I liked
Fuck,
it.
I don't
I
know.
remember liking that when I was young, though.
So he
Could be shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen it for a very long time. And obviously he did the sequels, which we're not going to speak of. And Space Chimps, like he just took a few swings at some...
Space Chimps is an animated one, eh?
No,
With Andy Samberg? Pretty sure it is.
Yeah, I think he's right.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I know a lot of things about Andy Samberg. It's weird.
I believe
on a
the
boat?
chimps are animated, but that's not an animated
I think
film.
the whole fucking movie's
Is it?
animated.
Okay.
Okay. Take your word for it.
Yep. Happy to move on.
Also, someone told me this story about how Clint Eastwood went up to Jeff Daniels and said, "Are you in that Dumb and Dumber movie?"
Yeah.
Jeff Daniels said, "Yeah," and he goes, "That was fucking hilarious."
Yeah.
I've also done that in a chick's house. The shit scene.
Yes. There you go. Yep. So with
Can you
the-
imagine Clint Eastwood coming up to you?
That's
Fucking Dirty Harry. That's why they call him Dirty Harry.
it'd be pooper.
Fucking, he's a party pooper.
So I've got a couple of with regards to this movie. Jeff Daniels, he later claimed that his agents begged him not to take this role.
Yeah.
They said even to the night before the costume fitting, they were calling him. He had 3 people call him, begging him not to do it, saying they would get him out of his contract. They told him in no uncertain terms he was making the worst mistake of his career and that it would destroy his reputation as a serious actor.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. And then what he noticed was that the studio might have felt the same.
Right.
So, according to him, none of the scenes between he and Jim Carrey were filmed during the first week of production because the studio was fully prepared to
Just
replace
assume
him.
that he was going to fucking be gone.
Yep, they were basically waiting because Jim Carrey agitated really hard for a serious actor in this role, and he pushed for Jeff Daniels to be the guy.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
And they just didn't think that he fit.
Just a really good actor, but not necessarily a comedian.
Yes, he said he deliberately said, "I don't want a comedian. I want a serious
I'll
actor."
do the jokes just as long as that person can act off my jokes or whatever.
It'll also be good, like, it's also part of the chemistry as well. This guy is a straight guy, but he's not. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And
he has some really funny lines.
Jim Carrey's going to cook. This guy's going to also cook, but he's got to be known as a serious actor. And it's so weird.
Yeah. Well, Daniels
That's
claims
a
that they
weird
had someone on standby the whole time, a comedian to replace him.
I know exactly which comedian it was.
Yeah, well, he was the
Carlin Williams, right?
And after viewing the dailies and the constant insistence of Carrey that a real actor and not a comedian was to play opposite him, basically the studio relented and let him keep the role.
There you go.
Yeah.
I thought he was fucking pretty good in it. Like,
Unreal.
magnificent.
You couldn't imagine this
Anyone
film
else?
with
No.
anyone else. It
And-
has to be him.
What he decided to do in terms of, he decided that he had an IQ of 8.
Yeah.
And he said specifically 8, like not 7, not 9, but 8.
Yeah.
And he said what that meant was, as far as he's concerned, his character is running on an 8-second delay.
Okay.
So
so
he's
good.
fucking 8 seconds behind the rest of the
Now
world
that you
at-
said it, that actually makes
at all
sense.
times. Yeah. Lauren Holly, real quick, met her at 49. Her highest non-animated, because we don't do that, is Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, which has got 69. And her
Nice.
lowest is The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, which has been suggested
Isn't
to
that
me
an
more than
Australian
once.
movie?
No, it's what's his name? Pop the collar. Fuck. Anyway, I'll think of it later.
Fonzie.
No, you won't.
Michael Madsen?
No, I have to look it up.
Don't worry about it.
But she's really known as a TV actress.
Yeah.
She's still working.
Yeah, I've seen her around.
But she's not doing much.
No.
She's not in the prestige zone, put it that way.
Yeah, well, she's never. Yeah, I don't think she's ever done much. I really hate her, don't I?
Yeah, you've got I didn't realise you had it in for us.
No, I don't really. She's fine. She's a familiar face because of this film.
Andrew Dice Clay is the guy.
Right.
Dice. Yeah.
Oh, fucking Dice.
That was his big shot at it. It was his big shot at becoming a star. And I've got one Lauren Holly fact, and that is that after the release of this movie, her and Jim Carrey got married.
Oh.
But only for a year.
Oh.
That sounds like a Jim Carrey thing.
Jim Carrey was a bit like that.
Okay.
Yeah, he's dated and married most people.
Right.
So just to close off with some fun movie facts, just the movie itself. So Jim Carrey's really missing that tooth.
Shit.
After a school incident, and he hasn't forgotten who's to blame. The motherfucker names names. He says, Clark LaPrairie jumped on my head in grade school detention, and the nun sent me home with my tooth in an envelope. So, yeah, Clark still gets beaten up for that to this day.
There you go.
Jim Carrey was initially offered $700,000 to appear in the film. However, the offer went in the same week that Ace Ventura opened at number 1 in the box office. So by the time Carey's agents had renegotiated with the film's producers, his salary had upped itself to $7 million.
Oh, shit.
Almost half the film's budget.
That happened quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
God, you want to sign that contract a week before?
Yeah, those guys are kicking themselves. Yep. Nicolas Cage and Gary Oldman were the original choices to play Harry and Lloyd. I'm not sure how true that is.
That's interesting because I would have thought that this film was written for Jim Carrey.
Yeah. No.
The way it plays out.
So the initial concept of this movie was John Hughes.
Okay.
Like 16
wow.
Candles and all that.
Yeah.
He had the idea, and apparently somehow he put it in the hands of the Farrelly Brothers.
Yep.
And said, I've got this loose concept of road trip buddy film.
Yeah.
And then
The guys are really
he
dumb.
said, develop it for me. And
Right.
they turned it into this.
Okay.
And gave it back to him. And he said, nah, not interested. So they did it themselves. Yeah.
$200 million later?
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, where's John Hughes now?
Yeah.
He's dead. An early draft of the film had Mel Gibson as Mary's husband, playing himself in a cameo.
That'd be perfect.
The joke being that he was kept so completely out of Lloyd, like Lloyd could never ever compete with him. And that's everything I have on Dumb and Dumber. Would you like to redeem or not redeem?
You go, Duff.
I'll go. I've seen this movie a long time ago. I rewatched it yesterday.
This evening. Don't lie to the people.
20 minutes.
Oh,
before.
I've got the receipts in the group chat.
It's a fucking very good movie. It's fucking still holds up. It's age, yes, it has age, but I don't care. It's a good movie, so I'm going to give it a solid 81.
Yeah, that's good. I think I'm right about that same spot as well. As I said, I was so nervous, and it was all just washed away so quickly because I realised I was in the presence of a fucking genius, and he always will be. And so I laughed, man. I laughed the whole way through it. Like, the jokes still hit, and it's one of those rare ones where it still fucking holds up.
Still funny.
30 years later. And it's like those jokes were so good that they transcend time.
Yeah.
I know that sounds so wanky, but that's literally what happened.
Definitely sounds
So
wanky.
I will give it, I'm going to give it 76. And if you disagree with me, I will sell your blind nephew a budgie with its head cut off.
Fuck him, I don't like him anyway.
The budget was old.
There's a backstory to how I ended up picking this movie, which won't interest anyone, so don't worry about it. But
Okay.
I went over, like, it was difficult for me to choose a movie this time, and I was really nervous about this. I wanted something with some name recognition because you guys keep doing the fucking movies no one's ever heard of.
Yeah,
Right? So
yeah.
my
What are you talking
apologies.
about?
Wait till my next pick.
No one's heard of Battleships.
And no one's seen it.
You should see my next pick.
Yeah.
It's a fucking shithouse movie. Can't
One of
wait.
the reasons I thought that this would be an interesting one to do, because everyone's seen this movie enough times they can chuck on this fucking podcast without having to rewatch it and enjoy it.
But
And
I
that's-
would recommend
It's a great
doing it.
choice.
Yeah, and I chucked it on, as I said, with some nerves, wondering how it had held up. Honestly, expecting to look down on some of the humour in this in my current, more mature stage of life. Shall
Well,
we say.
only the scene that they cut out.
Yeah. I mean, they cut it out for a reason. It's
still harsh.
Yeah, I'm still shook. But fucking so pleasantly surprised by how well this has held up. So pleasantly reminded of how sharp the script is. Like, genuinely funny all the way through. Quip, quip, quip. Like, there's just, this is one of those movies where it sounds like they went, you can't go more than 45 seconds without a joke, man.
Yeah.
And there's either a physical comedy or, even better, something sharp coming out of someone's mouth, or just Jim Carrey cooking like only Jim Carrey can do.
Yeah.
Every minute, bang, bang, bang. So I really had a good time. I really, really enjoyed it.
Glad.
And I think it's got a reputation as a lowbrow comedy, which it doesn't deserve. I think it's much smarter than people give it.
Yeah, we never
Oh.
end up touching on that, the toilet stuff.
Yeah, so look, it's just not. We
Sorry,
have in just. I think we've covered it in terms of, like, there's
There wasn't-
one fucking major
there's one-
toilet
one
scene,
major joke.
one piss joke,
And it was good.
and the rest of it is actually quite sharp humour, which would still belong in a movie today.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. Happy I chose it. I'm going to give it 80.
Nice.
Done. Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a big score.
Huge
So
score.
we're going to do a mini next week. We're going
Okay.
to do a Jim Carrey draft, which is
Ooh.
always fun. So I
Yep.
enjoy coming third in the 3-man race there.
Yeah,
and
win it again.
then we're going to do top 5.
Yes.
And it was a tough one
Yeah.
because we've done buddy fucking
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
We've
yeah.
done
Top 5 what?
Let's do top 5 montages. You love a montage, Duff.
What's your preferred montage in this
Any
film?
montage.
No, in this movie.
The makeover, the glow up.
Yeah,
The
okay.
glow up.
I wasn't sure whether maybe the dream sequence, but I don't know whether that one. That's probably my
Oh, the
least
fart
favorite.
joke
It's probably my
one.
least favorite bit of the
There's
movie
toilet
this time
humour.
around.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What?
So right. We're doing the Jim Carrey draft.
Yep.
Then we're doing a top 5 montages.
Yep.
Okay,
Are you
cool.
prepared?
Nah, fuck no.
Yeah. Sweet. This is going to go great.
Great.
All right, join us for that. Watch Duff crash and burn again.
Oh, fuck.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks for listening.
God damn, what a rush.
Bye.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Guys!
Fellas, you think we could listen to the radio or something?
Radio? Who needs a radio? Ready, Harry? Mock. Yeah. Ing. Yeah. Bird. Yeah. 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 Mockingbird. Don't everybody have you heard? She's gonna buy me a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird don't sing, she's gonna buy me a diamond ring. And if that diamond ring don't shine,
Hey, Lloyd, look, there's some people want to ride too.
pick 'em up.